What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the noise inside your own head? Every day in America, millions of people wake up with big goals, build the business, get in shape, make more money, change their future. But by noon, doubt is already whispering. By evening, stress is shouting. And by night, distraction has stolen another day. It's not a lack of talent, it's not a lack of opportunity. It's a lack of control over the one place where all success begins, the mind. We live in the loudest time in history. Notifications, opinions, breaking news, social media comparisons. Everyone is talking, everyone is reacting, but very few are mastering their thoughts. And here's the truth most people never hear. Success doesn't respond to chaos. It responds to clarity. It responds to focus. It responds to a mind that is still, disciplined, and certain. The people who rise to the top are not always the loudest in the room. They are often the calmest. While others panic, they pause. While others doubt, they decide. While others chase, they attract. They have learned a secret that changes everything. When you force your mind into stillness, you unlock a level of power most people never experience. In this message, you're going to discover how to silence fear, command your thoughts, and turn inner calm into outer achievement. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, if you've ever doubted your potential, if you've ever known deep down you are capable of more, this is for you. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could change the way you think, the way you act, and ultimately, the results you create. Your next level isn't waiting in the outside world, it's waiting in the silence within you. Mastery over thought is the foundation upon which every form of lasting success is built, because a person's outer results can never rise above the level of their inner control. Most people move through life reacting automatically to circumstances, allowing fear, doubt, anger, and distraction to dictate their decisions. They believe they are thinking, when in truth they are being thought by habits formed through repetition and emotion. To master your thoughts means to step into conscious authority over the conversations taking place within your own mind. It means observing your mental patterns without becoming enslaved by them, choosing deliberately which ideas deserve energy and which must be dismissed. Every achievement begins as a thought held long enough, strong enough, and clearly enough to influence action. When you permit negative suggestions to linger, they impress themselves upon your subconscious and subtly shape your behavior, posture, tone, and choices. Over time, these unseen influences determine results. Mastery over thought requires discipline, because the mind naturally drifts toward what is easy, familiar, or emotionally charged. It must be trained to focus on definite purpose instead of temporary emotion. This training begins with awareness. You must recognize when doubt speaks, when fear attempts to dominate, and when distraction steals your attention. Once recognized, you replace those impulses with intentional statements aligned with your goals. Repetition strengthens the new pattern until it becomes automatic. A mastered mind does not deny challenges. It refuses to be ruled by them. It evaluates obstacles calmly and searches for solutions instead of surrendering to reaction. Such control creates stability in times of uncertainty and courage in moments of pressure. When your thoughts are directed toward confidence, possibility, and persistence, your actions align accordingly, and consistent action produces measurable progress. The individual who governs their own mind possesses an invisible advantage over those who do not, because they are no longer victims of impulse or environment. They choose their focus, and focus determines direction. By mastering thought, you transform from a passive participant in life into the deliberate architect of your outcomes, shaping reality through disciplined mental command rather than leaving it to chance or circumstance. The power of mental silence lies in its ability to clear the inner field where ideas are formed, decisions are made, and destiny is shaped. Most minds are crowded with noise, worries about the future, regrets from the past, opinions of others, and endless internal commentary that drains energy without producing results. This constant mental chatter weakens focus and scatters creative power. When the mind is noisy, it cannot perceive opportunity clearly because it is preoccupied with imagined problems. Mental silence, however, is not emptiness, it is controlled stillness. It is the deliberate act of quieting unnecessary thought so that purposeful thought can rise to the surface. In silence, awareness sharpens. You begin to notice subtle insights, intuitive nudges, and creative solutions that would otherwise be drowned out. A calm mind evaluates situations logically instead of emotionally, making decisions rooted in clarity rather than impulse. This clarity attracts opportunity because it improves judgment, strengthens confidence, and refines communication. People are naturally drawn to those who appear composed and certain, and opportunities tend to flow toward individuals who demonstrate calm authority under pressure. Mental silence also conserves energy. Emotional overreaction wastes strength that could be directed toward productive effort. When you cultivate inner quiet, you prevent fear from escalating and doubt from multiplying. Instead of reacting instantly, you pause, observe, and choose your response. That pause is powerful because it shifts control from circumstance to intention. In that quiet space, you can impress your goals upon the subconscious with precision. A silent mind accepts clear direction more readily than a restless one. When you consistently enter states of stillness, you train your nervous system to remain balanced, even when external conditions are unstable. This balance increases resilience and persistence, two essential elements of success. Mental silence becomes a strategic advantage, allowing you to think deeper, act wiser, and remain steady when others are overwhelmed. Through disciplined quietness, scattered thoughts organize themselves, distractions lose influence, and the path toward achievement becomes visible with unmistakable clarity. Emotional discipline is the ability to regulate your feelings so they serve your purpose instead of sabotaging it, and it is one of the most powerful forces behind sustained success. Every individual experiences fear, frustration, excitement, disappointment, and doubt, but the difference between those who achieve and those who struggle lies in how they manage these emotional currents. Without discipline, emotions dictate behavior, causing impulsive decisions, broken commitments, and reactions that weaken credibility. With discipline, emotions become signals rather than commands. You acknowledge them without surrendering control. This creates stability, and stability builds trust, both internally and externally. When you remain calm under pressure, you preserve clarity of thought. Pressure often amplifies emotion, narrowing perspective and pushing the mind toward extremes. Emotional discipline prevents this narrowing effect. It allows you to step back, assess facts objectively, and choose actions aligned with long-term goals rather than temporary relief. This ability strengthens confidence because you prove to yourself repeatedly that you are not controlled by circumstance. Each time you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, you reinforce a pattern of self-command. Over time, this pattern becomes part of your identity. Emotional discipline also enhances relationships, which are essential to opportunity and advancement. People feel secure around individuals who are steady and predictable in their responses. Leaders who maintain composure inspire confidence, while those who fluctuate emotionally create uncertainty. By mastering emotional reactions, you create an environment where cooperation and trust can flourish. Furthermore, disciplined emotion protects energy. Intense anger, worry, or excitement can exhaust mental and physical resources if unchecked. By regulating these states, you conserve strength for productive effort. Emotional discipline does not mean suppression, it means direction. It means channeling enthusiasm into focused action, transforming frustration into determination, and converting fear into preparation. When your emotions are aligned with your purpose instead of competing against it, they become fuel rather than friction. This alignment produces consistency, and consistency builds momentum. Through steady emotional control, you cultivate resilience, strengthen character, and create a reliable foundation upon which lasting achievement can stand. Subconscious alignment is the process of bringing your deeper mental patterns into harmony with your definite purpose so that your hidden beliefs support rather than resist your ambitions. The subconscious mind operates continuously, influencing perception, behavior, and decision-making beneath conscious awareness. It stores repeated thoughts, emotional experiences, and ingrained assumptions about identity and possibility. When these stored impressions conflict with your goals, progress feels forced and inconsistent. You may consciously desire success, yet subconsciously expect failure, creating hesitation, procrastination, or self-sabotage. Alignment begins with recognizing that the subconscious responds most strongly to repetition and emotion. Thoughts charged with feeling leave lasting impressions and gradually shape internal expectations. By deliberately impressing your mind with clear images of achievement, accompanied by belief and conviction, you begin to replace limiting patterns with empowering ones. This requires consistency because scattered effort produces weak impressions. A focused and repeated vision strengthens the internal blueprint that guides behavior automatically. When alignment develops, action becomes more natural. Instead of struggling against doubt, you feel internally supported by confidence and anticipation. Your decisions reflect faith in your capacity rather than fear of inadequacy. Subconscious alignment also heightens perception. You become more aware of opportunities connected to your objective because your mind is primed to notice relevant details. What once seemed invisible becomes apparent, not through luck, but through internal conditioning. Emotional responses shift as well. Setbacks are interpreted as temporary challenges rather than confirmations of failure. This reinterpretation preserves momentum and strengthens resilience. Alignment does not eliminate obstacles, but it changes how you confront them. You approach difficulty with expectation of resolution instead of resignation. As your inner patterns reinforce your purpose, consistency increases. Habits that once required effort become automatic behaviors aligned with success. The subconscious, once programmed through discipline and belief, acts as a silent partner directing energy toward constructive outcomes. When conscious intention and subconscious expectation operate together, effort multiplies in effectiveness and progress accelerates with a sense of coherence and inner stability that sustains long-term achievement. Elimination of fear and doubt begins with understanding that both are products of imagination misused. Fear is often a projection of negative possibilities into the future, while doubt is a quiet questioning of one's own capability. Neither is inherently destructive. They become harmful when allowed to dominate thought without challenge. When fear and doubt are repeated internally, they gather emotional intensity and begin influencing behavior in subtle but powerful ways. They slow decision-making, weaken commitment, and encourage hesitation at critical moments. Success demands decisive action, and decisive action cannot coexist with persistent inner uncertainty. To eliminate fear and doubt, you must first confront them consciously rather than suppress them. Suppression gives them strength in the background of the mind, but examination reduces their influence. When you question the validity of your fears, many dissolve under logic. When you measure your doubts against past achievements, you discover evidence of capability. This conscious evaluation interrupts automatic negative patterns. Replacing fear and doubt requires deliberate substitution. The mind cannot remain empty. It must hold a dominant thought. By consistently affirming belief in your definite purpose and recalling previous victories, you create new mental associations. Emotional conviction accelerates this replacement. When belief is felt strongly, it leaves a deeper imprint than casual optimism. Repetition transforms belief into expectation, and expectation influences performance. As expectation shifts from failure to success, behavior changes accordingly. You speak with greater assurance, act with more initiative, and persist longer in the face of difficulty. Gradually, fear loses intensity because it is no longer reinforced. Doubt weakens because it is not entertained. This does not mean challenges disappear, but your interpretation of them changes. Instead of perceiving obstacles as threats, you see them as tests of preparation and character. This shift strengthens resilience and builds internal authority. Over time, courage becomes habitual. Confidence no longer feels forced because it is supported by disciplined thought. Through consistent mental conditioning, fear and doubt surrender their control, replaced by steady conviction that guides action with clarity and unwavering determination. Focused intention is the disciplined concentration of mental energy upon a single definite aim until that aim begins to shape thought, behavior, and opportunity in a unified direction. Many individuals desire success, yet their intentions are divided among conflicting goals, distractions, and shifting priorities. This division weakens momentum because energy scattered across too many pursuits loses intensity. Focused intention gathers that scattered force and channels it toward one clearly defined objective. When your aim is precise, your mind filters information according to its relevance to that purpose. Irrelevant distractions gradually lose influence because they do not align with the central objective. This mental filtering increases efficiency and sharpens decision-making. Instead of reacting to every possibility, you evaluate choices based on whether they advance your primary goal. Focused intention also strengthens persistence. When challenges arise, a clear purpose reminds you why effort is necessary, sustaining motivation beyond temporary emotion. The mind performs best when given definite direction. Ambiguity breeds hesitation, but clarity produces confidence. By repeatedly visualizing the desired outcome and reinforcing it with belief, you instruct both conscious and subconscious processes to operate in harmony with that aim. This alignment influences daily habits, guiding small actions that accumulate into significant progress. Focused intention reduces internal conflict because energy is not wasted debating multiple directions. It cultivates discipline, as you willingly sacrifice lesser attractions to protect the greater objective. Over time, this consistent concentration creates momentum that appears effortless to observers. What they perceive as talent or luck is often the result of sustained, undivided attention. Focused intention also enhances creativity. When the mind is concentrated on one purpose, it searches continuously for methods, resources, and improvements related to that aim. Solutions emerge more readily because attention is fixed. This steady direction builds identity around the chosen goal, reinforcing commitment and resilience. With concentrated intention guiding thought and action, progress becomes systematic rather than accidental, driven by deliberate mental command instead of scattered desire. In conclusion, success is not first conquered in the outer world, it is mastered within. When you gain control over your thoughts, cultivate mental silence, discipline your emotions, align your subconscious with your purpose, eliminate fear and doubt, and direct your intention with unwavering focus, you transform your mind into a powerful instrument of achievement. Stillness becomes your strength. Clarity becomes your compass. Discipline becomes your foundation. Instead of reacting to life, you begin to command it. Instead of chasing opportunity, you begin to attract it. The individual who rules their inner world eventually shapes their outer reality because every action, decision, and habit flows from the unseen mental state within. When your mind is calm, certain, and focused, nothing external can permanently disturb your progress. True power is quiet, controlled, and deliberate. It is built through daily mental discipline and sustained belief in your definite purpose. Master your mind and you master your direction. Master your direction and you influence your destiny. I wish you unwavering focus, deep inner stillness, and the courage to trust your vision. May your efforts multiply, your confidence grow stronger each day, and your path unfold with clarity and strength. Good luck on your journey towards success, and thank you for investing your time in strengthening your mind.